Hi friends, myself Dr. V.N. Deshmukh, Associate Professor, Department of Pharmacognosy, Sudhakar Rao Naik Institute of Pharmacy, Pusat. Today we will study about the glycosides, one of the secondary metabolite present in the plants, which is used therapeutically. These you have to study in your 5th semester Pharmacognosy and Phytochemistry 2 in Unit 2. So what are the glycosides? The definition of glycoside is the glycosides may be defined as organic compounds from plants or the animal source which on enzymatic or acid hydrolysis gives one or more sugar moiety along with non-sugar moiety. So the glycosides, they are obtained from plant source, they are obtained from animal source. When they are hydrolyzed, they get divided into two parts, that is the sugar and non-sugar. The hydrolysis may be enzymatic or the acidic hydrolysis, and it will get divided into the sugar and non-sugar moieties. The sugar moiety, it is called as the glycon, and the non-sugar moiety, it is called as the aglycon. Or the sugar moiety, it is called the genin, and the non-sugar moiety, it is called as the agenin. The glycosides contain sugars, but still the physical and therapeutic properties are dictated by the aglycon part. The sugar moiety facilitates absorption of glycosides and helps in transportation of the aglycon portion at the site of action. So, the glycoside consists of the sugar and non-sugar moiety. These moieties get separated on hydrolysis. The therapeutic utility of the glycoside, it is due to the aglycon moiety, and the utility of the glycon moiety, it is to transport the aglycon moiety towards the site of action, so that the therapeutic activity will be gained by the aglycon part of the glycosides. So once again we will repeat the definition. Glycosides may be defined as organic compounds from plants or the animal source which on enzymatic or acid hydrolysis gives one or more sugar moieties along with the non-sugar moiety. The former, it is called as a glycon, and the latter, it is called as the aglycon, or the former, it is called as the genin, and the latter, it is called as the agenin. A number of the medicinal plants contain the complex organic molecules which are in conjugation with sugar moieties, mostly the monosaccharides. So in the plants, number of the organic molecules which are present, they conjugate with the sugar moieties, and these sugar moieties, they are mostly the monosaccharides, and in such way, such combination or the conjugation is in between the glycosides, that is the sugar moiety and non-sugar moiety, and it will form the glycosides. The number of these sugar molecules may be 1 or 2. Sugar molecule, it will be more 1 or it may be a 2 in numbers. Such compounds is also called as the glycosides and exert therapeutically significant effect on the humans and the animals. And these components, they are called as the glycosides, and when they are taken in the small amount, they can be used for the therapeutic purpose, they can be used for the treatment of the disease, they can be used for the treatment of the disorder in case of the humans or the animals. Many glycosides are used in traditional and modern medicines because of their cardiotonic effect. They are popular in the modern medicine still in the days of modern medicine as an cardiotonic. Example is the digitalis. As an purgative, the example is senna, analgesic, and antirheumatic. Example is diascorea, demulcent, licorice, and also for many other purposes they are used in these days also for the treatment of disease, for the treatment of the disorder. It is used as a drug. It has its place in therapeutic utility. Chemically, they are the acetals or the sugar ethers. Chemically, the glycosides are the acetals or the sugar ethers which are formed by interaction of hydroxyl group each of non-sugar and sugar moiety. So, these form an interaction in between the hydroxyl group each of the sugar moiety and the non-sugar moiety with a loss of motor molecule, and thus the combination of the sugar moiety and non-sugar moiety takes place. The hydroxyl group of the aglycon may be alcoholic or phenolic. The hydroxyl group, it may be alcoholic, it may be a phenolic, and in some cases it may be a amines also. The sugars involved in the glycosides are different types, but most common it is a beta D glucose. It is a beta D glucose. The other sugars they are also involved, but the most commonly it is a beta D glucose. The other sugars form are the galactosides, mannose, rhamnose, digitaxose, and cyanurose are the other sugars which are present as an sugar moieties in case of the glycosides. The linkage between the glycon and aglycon, it is called as the glycosidic linkage. As we have already studied that the glycosides consist of the glycon and aglycon moiety which on hydrolysis will get separated. So the linkage in between these glycon and aglycon sugar and non-sugar molecule, it is called as the glycosidic linkage, and on basis of this linkage the glycosides can be called as the alpha and beta stereoisomers. Stereochemically, these alpha and beta glycosides, which may be considered as a theoretical aspects because of the plants only contain the beta glycosides. That is, the beta glycosides they are present in the plants and which are used for the theoretical purpose for the treatment of the disease or for the treatment of disorder. Next is the classification of the glycosides. According to the chemical nature of the aglycon moiety, that is the glycoside consists of the sugar and non-sugar moiety. So depending upon the chemical nature of the aglycon moiety which is attached to the sugar moiety, it can be classified as an anthraquinone or the anthracene glycosides, sterols or cardiac glycosides, saponin glycosides, cyanogenic or cyanophoric glycosides, isothiocyanate glycosides, flavanol glycosides, coumarin or furanocoumarin glycosides, aldehydes glycosides, phenol glycosides, steroidal glycoalkalides, and the glycosidal bitters or the miscellaneous glycosides. So this is according to the aglycon moiety which is present in the glycosides. Then their therapeutic activity, they can be for what purpose, for the treatment of which disease or disorder they are used. Depending upon that, the classification is done. Like cathartics, the licorice, it is placed in this category. Cardiotonics, digitalis is placed in this category. Analgesics and antirheumatics, that is the diascorea, can be placed in this category. Anti-ulcer, that is licorice, can be placed into this category. So depending upon their therapeutic utility, they are classified. Then on the basis of the type of the sugar or the glycon part, previously we have seen about the classification upon the aglycon moiety. Next, that is the classification upon the glycon moiety. If the glucose is a glycon part, then it is called as the glucosides. If the rhamnose, it is called as the rhamnosides. If pentose, then it is called as the pentosides. So depending upon the glycon part which is attached to the aglycon part, the classification is done. And last one, linkage across the glycon and aglycon moiety. That is, how is the glycosidic linkage? C glycosides when the linkage is CH, and glycosides when the linkage is NHO glycosides, the linkage is OH, and S glycosides when the linkage is SH. In this way, the classification of the glycosides can be done. Then the properties of the glycosides, physical properties as well as the chemical property. The nature is crystalline or the amorphous substance, solubility, soluble in water and dilute alcohol, insoluble in organic solvent like chloroform or ether. When the glycosides they are present in the conjugated form. Then a glycon moiety, after the hydrolysis, when the aglycon moiety is separated, this aglycon moiety it is soluble in non-polar solvents like a benzene or the ether. Glycosides are easily hydrolyzed by water, mineral acids and enzymes. These glycosides can be easily hydrolyzed by water, mineral acids and the enzymes. Optical activity, it is a levorotatory in nature. Glycosides do not reduce the filling solution until they are hydrolyzed, because for the reduction of the filling solution the sugars are necessary, and if the glycoside it is present in intact form then the sugar is not available, but after hydrolysis of the glycoside the sugar is available for the reduction. So the glycoside as such do not reduce the filling solution, but after the hydrolysis they reduce the filling solution due to the separation of the sugar molecule. They are believed to participate in growth regulation and protection of the plant. So what is the use of these glycosides in the plant? So one can say that they can be useful as a growth regulator. They can be used for the protection of the plants from the insects, from the grazing animals and from the other types of the diseases on the plant. Drugs for the study from the glycosides. In this semester you have to study the anthraquinone glycosides, that is senna and the aloe, cardiac glycosides, digitalis, saponin glycosides, leucoris and diascorea, and other glycosides, that is the gentian and bitter almond. So total 7 drugs you have to study from the category of the glycosides. So we will study this drug in our next video. Till then we will stop here. Thank you very much.